When it comes to cosmic strategists, there are few who can claim to be as cunning and long-lived as Grandmaster. However, he may just have met his match in the form of a new god. Who is that? You're about to find out as we look at 10 reasons why Metron will defeat Grandmaster. Welcome back, Nerd Squad. It's me, and today let's look at Metron vs Grandmaster. Let us know in the comments which side you're rooting for. As always, be sure to like, share and subscribe so you never miss an upload. Let's do this. Number 10. Origin Story. While Metron has only been around since the 1990s, he's actually had several origin stories, which gives us an idea of how his consciousness could have come into existence. One of his first origin stories came in New Gods number 8, from 1992. In it, he was once a human who dreamed of becoming a god, but was tired of waiting for it to happen, so instead, he made himself one. Another version of his origin story was established in Countdown Arena number 3 in 2007. This version establishes that Metron was once a member of the Justice League, but due to the destruction of his home planet, he became obsessed with finding new worlds to rule over and subjugate. It's unclear which, if either, of these versions is true or if they both are. But what is clear is that Metron is unafraid of power and will use whatever means necessary to obtain it. And when you're facing off against someone who has existed for thousands of years and knows every trick in the book, well, you need all the advantage you can get. Number 9. Galactic Conqueror. Since Metron's conception, he hasn't wasted any time in trying to conquer the cosmos. That much is evident in Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Death Metal, number 1 in 2020, where we see that he conquered Earth and killed Superman before he even finished high school. Now, we do want to know how long it took him to accomplish this feat, or how different this reality is from our own. But given that the story takes place within a dark multiverse, it's safe to assume that things are very different indeed. Still, if Metron can conquer Earth and kill the strongest Kryptonian in our universe, then it shouldn't be too hard for him to subjugate anyone who stands in his way. No. 8. He can manipulate reality. We know that Metron possesses some level of reality warping abilities, because in Justice League Dark number 21, he was able to use his Mebius chair to trap Zatanna and her allies inside of their own minds. To do this, he manifested a pocket dimension that forced everyone inside to confront their greatest fears and manipulate reality as necessary to ensure that they would stay trapped forever. Luckily, Zatanna was eventually able to break free of Metron's illusions, but that doesn't mean that he's not capable of manipulating reality on a grand scale. After all, she is one of the most powerful magic users in the DC universe. No. 7. Power Absorption. Thanks to his Mebius chair, Metron is also able to absorb the powers of anyone he defeats, as we see in Justice League of America number 47 in 2018. In this issue, Metron and his army invade the headquarters of the Justice League of America, and during the fight, and that means that he may even have an ability that could be useful against Grandmaster, especially if he's able to negate or redirect energy blasts, which leads us to our next point. No. 6. He's taken on the entire Justice League. If there's one thing that we know about Metron, it's that he's not afraid of taking on beings who seem way more powerful than him. That's why he's taken on the entire Justice League multiple times. In fact, during the Darkseid story arc, he tricked the Justice League into fighting each other, before imprisoning them all inside of his own pocket dimension. Metron is fearless, and won't hesitate to take on anyone who gets in his way. No. 5. His molecular In the comics, Metron has displayed the ability to rearrange molecules, which he typically uses to teleport himself and others. Metron could use molecular rearrangement to alter the physical properties of himself and others. For example, he could make himself incredibly dense and heavy, which would allow him to overpower someone with superior strength. Or, he could increase his size, making him a literal giant. Given Grandmaster's arrogance, he may underestimate Metron's abilities and pay for it. No. 4. The Mebius chair. As we've mentioned already, the Mebius chair greatly enhances Metron's power set, allowing him to perform feats that he normally wouldn't be able to. Just imagine what it would be like if someone was fighting Metron and thought they defeated him only to realize that they were actually stuck in a pocket dimension with no way out. It would be terrifying. And given Grandmaster's desire for a good fight, he might purposely allow himself to be transported to another dimension just to test his limits. No. 3. Cosmic Awareness. In Infinity Gauntlet number 3 in 1991, we learn that Metron has a certain level of cosmic awareness, which allows him to sense things happening throughout the universe. When Thanos casts his will upon the universe, altering it to grant himself and his children immortality. In fact, he's so aware that he sends out the Spectre to investigate and bring back reports. Metron is able to sense changes in the universe on a massive scale, and could very well sense Grandmaster S approach before he even arrives. Number 2. Metron's soldiers. It goes without saying that Metron isn't really a team player. He prefers to work alone, and has been known to betray those he works with on occasion. Why it is interesting to see that he has a group of soldiers that follow him into battle. These soldiers are typically paradements, but they've also been known to be other alien races that Metron has subjugated. There's no telling how many soldiers Metron has at his disposal, but it is safe to say that he could field an army that would be more than enough to take on someone as powerful as Grandmaster. If he wants to, Metron has the ability to raise entire armies, and has done so on multiple occasions. No. 1. Unstoppable will. What truly makes Metron so dangerous is his unstoppable will. No matter how dire the situation becomes, Metron never gives up and will always find a way to achieve his goals. During the Darkseid story arc, he was seemingly defeated by Superman, but he simply transferred his consciousness to his Mobius chair and continued to plot from there. Metron is a being who will never give up, and that is something that Grandmaster may have a hard time dealing with. The will to win is important, but having an unstoppable will is what truly makes you a champion. Who do you think will win this matchup? Let us know in the comments below. Stay nerdy, my friends.